Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about ethnography of communication. The ethnography of communication is a approach to discourse analysis that is based on anthropology and linguistics. Ethnography of speaking is also known as ethnography of communication science. It embraces features of nonverbal communication too. Haim states that ethnography of speaking is concerned not simply with language structure but with language use, with rules of speaking, the ways in which speakers associate particular modes of speaking, topics, or message forms with particular setting and activities. The goal ethnography of communication is to study the communicative competence of a specific speech community by discovering and analyzing patterns of communication that organize the use of language in particular communicative activities. Communicative competence. Himes insists that scholars focus on communicative competence, which not only involves the knowledge of abstract linguistic rules, but also the ability to use language in concrete situations of everyday life, such as the ability to check in at a hotel, RQ pray, or even use silence appropriately. Four aspects dimension of competence. Hymes identifies the possible, the visible, the appropriate, and the performant as four distinct aspects of communicative competence. First, what is formally possible in the language in terms of its encoded grammatical and lexical properties. And two, formal properties are actually processed in the mind, then we shall naturally focus on feasibility. 3. A focus on appropriateness will bring context into consideration. And thus, how far a communicates language competence is performed or produce the frequency of its occurrence. Then, for interrelated dimension in any description ways of speaking. The linguistic research available to speaker how many different styles he can choose from. Substantial structuring. How many different structured linguistic events like trials, religious ceremonies, database, songs are recognized. The rules of interpretation by which a given set of linguistic items comes to even a given communicative value. The norms which govern different types of interaction. Ethnography of communication is a way of analyzing discourse by using the same sorts of methods that anthropologists might used to study other aspects of a culture, such as religion practice.
Okay, the next discussion is speech events. What is speech events? So, Hymus describes speech events often coinciding with what other researchers might term genre. Speech events for Hymus are activities that are directly governed by rules or norms for the use speech. Hymus gives stories, conversation, lectures, and formal interaction as example of speech event. Hymes views speech events should be treated as analytically independently of one another. As one speech event, for example, a sermon, may be involved in another speech event or situation for certain effect. Jadi menurut Hymes, speech event adalah suatu aktivitas yang secara langsung diatur oleh aturan atau norma untuk digunakan dalam berbicara. Dan Hymes memberikan contoh cerita, percakapan, ceramah sebagai speech event. Jadi sebuah interaksi tutur kata antara pedagang dan pembeli di pasar itu bisa kita sebut sebagai speech event karena mereka mempunyai bahasan pokok yang sama antara pedagang dan pembeli. Dan speech event ini bisa kita jumpai juga pada acara perkuliahan, acara seminar, acara rapat kerja, diskusi, dan lain sebagainya. Nah, bagaimana percakapan antara seseorang dengan orang lainnya di bus kota atau di tempat umum lainnya yang tidak saling mengenal, apakah itu bisa disebut sebagai speech event? Nah, itu tidak bisa disebut sebagai speech event karena percakapan antara kedua orang tersebut tidak mempunyai topik yang menentu, tanpa tujuan, dan dengan ragam bahasa yang berganti-ganti. Jadi sebuah percakapan itu bisa disebut sebagai speech event apabila memenuhi syarat-syarat, yaitu berupa mempunyai topik yang menentu, mempunyai tujuan, dan mempunyai ragam bahasa yang pasti. Next is speech community. The notion of speech community is central to the ethnography of communication. Coulthard, any groups which shares both linguistic research and rules for interaction and interpretation is defined as a speech community. Menurut Coulthard, bahwa berbagi sumber daya linguistik dan aturan untuk interaksi dan interpretasi didefinisikan sebagai speech community. Menurut Hymes, bahwa mungkin atau bisa saja seorang penutur itu berbagi fitur linguistik formal, fonologi, tata bahasa, leksika, tetapi mereka tetap tidak bisa menafsirkan secara akurat setiap pesan yang disampaikan dari orang lain. Labov, in a discussion of aspect of language used among adolescent New York Negroes, prison utterance like your mama's, a punit man, or your mother's, a dog, which are superficially intelligible but significant, are ritual insult, is not available to most English speakers. Labov dalam sebuah diskusi tentang aspek penggunaan bahasa di kalangan remaja negro New York menyajikan ucapan seperti your mama's, a punit man, or your mother, a dog, yang secara dangkal itu dapat dimengerti, tetapi secara makna itu adalah sebuah penghinaan. Speakers who apparently share the same language may also have different norms as to greetings, acceptable topics, what is said next in a conversation, how speaking to are distributed, and so on. Jadi speaker atau pembicara yang berbagi bahasa yang sama atau mempunyai kesamaan bahasa, mereka tetap mempunyai norma dan aturan yang berbeda. Seperti topik pembicaraannya, seperti apa yang akan mereka katakan selanjutnya, dalam mengucapkan salam, dan sebagainya. Jadi meskipun mereka mempunyai bahasa yang sama, tetapi mereka tetap mempunyai aturan dan norma yang berbeda pula. Sachs, Shikloff, and Jefferson suggest that for American English there is a conversational rule that only one speaker speaks at a time, whereas Reisman observes that in Antigua the start of a new voice is not in itself a signal for the voice speaking to stop or to institute a process which will decide who is to have the floor. Nah, untuk bahasa Inggris American itu mempunyai aturan percakapan hanya satu speaker yang boleh berbicara dalam satu waktu. Jadi pembicara yang lainnya itu atau speaker yang lainnya tidak boleh berbicara ketika ada satu orang tersebut berbicara. Dan berdasarkan observasi Reisman di Antigua bahwa permulaan suatu suara baru yang bukan berasal dari si pembicara tersebut, alias suara tersebut dari orang lain, maka itu merupakan pertanda bahwa orang yang sedang berbicara tersebut untuk berhenti berbicara. A number of criteria for identifying a speech community. First, shared language use. Second, frequency of interaction by a group of people. Third, set rules of speaking and interpretation of speech performance. Fourth, shared attitudes and values regarding language form and use. And the last, shared socio-cultural understanding and presupposition with regard to speech.
Next is hymns ethnography. This is the story between hymns ethnography of the communication. You can read this. And communicative competence insight that scholar focus on communicative competence, which not only involve the knowledge of abstract linguistic rules, but only the ability of use language in concrete situations of everyday life, such as the ability to check in at a hotel, argue, pray, or even use silence appropriately. In hymn speaking grid, the key elements of a hymn speaking grid is speaking. S is for setting, P for the participant, E for the end, A for the egg, K for the key, I for the instrument, N for norms, G for genre. And this is the example of a case study of hymns grid ethnography.